Hey YouTube, it's Michelle. I recently got back onto Craigslist. I know, it's terrible. I haven't been on Craigslist in like a year, and, you know, I haven't regretted a day of it. I have not regretted a day of not going back, but I finally gave in, and I went back on because, I don't know, I guess I'm just tired of not of being single. I'm tired of being single, so I went back on Craigslist. And it's been a while since, like I said, since I've posted on there. And I've changed quite a bit in like the past year or whatever. So I've gotten a pretty good response, I would say. I've gotten a lot of messages. Actually, good response is relative because there've been a lot of replies, but not a lot of stuff I want to hear. Obviously, you get the responses that are like, "Oh shit, you down to fuck in like half an hour or something?" And I'm like, "No, I'm really not. I'm not even looking for like a hookup. In fact, I have two ads actually right now. One is in the casual encounter section, and I'm not really looking for a casual encounter, but I'm interested to see. But here's what I do. Here's what I do. Right? Here's what I do. I post in there and get a bunch of replies, and then the guys who I think are cute, I ask them, not directly, like not straight up. I like talk to them for a little bit, and then I kind of hint around, and then eventually ask them if they would be at all interested in something more than, say, a hookup. And some of them are like, no, and others are like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, I would take you on a date or something. And it's super, like, shitty, and it's super sketchy and trashy because it's Craigslist, and I'm getting a date off of Craigslist, but I honestly do not know where else to go for dates. I'm on a couple transgender dating sites. I'm on a couple not transgender dating sites. I go out to bars and stuff, but it's just difficult. When you go to a bar, if a guy takes interest, then you eventually have to bring up the fact that you're trans. Not necessarily that same night or even on a first date, but you have to talk to them about it at some point, and it can just be awkward because a lot of guys aren't really cool about it. And I don't judge them. It's like honestly, I probably wouldn't go for a female to male transsexual because I like dick. Sorry, I like dick, and some guys don't like dick. So they don't go for trans girls, pre-operative trans girls anyway. So anyway, I have an ad on the casual dating section, and I also have one in the like looking for dating, long-term relationship, whatever. And I posted in there just because, what if someone is interested? They never are. Like, I never see posts in there under the trans section. I never see posts under the men for trans section. And I never really get a response from those. Sometimes I do, but anyway. I basically put that there so I can tell people, no, look, I'm looking to date, but no one's interested. So I can prove that this is shitty. Being trans and dating is shitty. So anyway, the past few days have just been reading emails and checking pictures, and a lot of penis pictures I never asked for. And I really wanted to make this video to talk about some of the most frustrating parts about meeting people online and just dating in general. Just like, okay, so say a guy messages me. This happens a lot. Like, I used to be really nice where if I wasn't interested, I would just tell them, I'd be up front. I'd say thank you for, your interest, but I'm not doing that. But I've stopped being nice, because it doesn't matter. Guys think I'm a bitch. Regardless, if you turn someone down, you are automatically a bitch who is judgmental, who is terrible, you're basing everything off of looks, yada yada yada, whatever. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know that a relationship is based more than, on sex and appearances. Really, I do. However, I'm not going to date someone I'm not attracted to. Sorry. It's not happening. It is not happening. I am not going to settle. And no one should ask to be with someone who is settling on them. I'm just not. Like, you need to be attracted to the person you're dating. I'm not going, part of a relationship is sex. Part of a relationship is being attracted to one another. And I'm not going to have sex with someone I'm not attracted to. And it's one thing and I understand that after getting to know a person, you can, start to be more attracted to them. Like, I get that. That's happened to me before. I get it. However, when it's over the internet, you're already taking a risk by meeting someone from the internet. And I'm really not about to be like, oh, this guy isn't that attractive, but he says he's a cool guy. I mean, I can't really go judging him, right? I should meet him. And then you meet him, and it is as fucking terrible as you thought it was going to be, and he's not cute. And it's just awkward. And then you have to legitimately turn them down from a second date, and it's even more uncomfortable. So, it's just all around shitty. But yeah, I require a face picture from any guy who wants to chat me up. I get really irritated if they don't send me a picture, because if they aren't, then they're being sketchy, they're being shady, and they're obviously trying to hide something. So say they send me the picture, and I look at it, and I don't think they're cute. Usually, I'll just stop right there, because the conversation started with, hey, how are you? Or, my penis is this big. And I'll be like, can I see a picture of your face? And then they'll send it to me, and if I don't like it, I'll just stop talking. And I think that's enough of a message. Through a Craigslist post, that is enough of a hint that I'm not interested. Some guys will continue to persist and be like, are you still interested? Because I sent you a face picture and you didn't say anything, so obviously you're probably interested still. You're just not talking to me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, dude. So then I have to be like, sorry, not interested. And then I'm a bitch. And then I'm a bitch. And I'm just like, why am I a bitch? In fact, this is why I made the video, because I got into an argument with this guy I was talking to. He sent me a picture, his face was cute. I mean, like, he seemed like a cool dude, talking to him, he seemed legit. So I chatted him up a bit. And then the more I got to know him, and the more pictures he showed me, the more I was like, oh, this guy's kind of, not physically something I would go for. He's definitely a little overweight, got some flab on him. And you know what? Like, yeah, I can sometimes look past that, but he was also much shorter than me. And look, I'm not like a size whore or anything. I'm not like, you have to be this tall to date me. But it's like, I don't like being shorter than the guy. I already have issues feeling super tall all the time, and I don't want to date a guy who is shorter than me, generally. I cut off at 5'8". If you are 5'8", I'm probably going to say no, because I'm like basically 5'11". And if you're 5'8", generally I'll say no. If I like the way you look and you come off great and you have a really good personality and we click, then I'll probably look past it. But any shorter than 5'8", I'm just like, I don't know about that. So yeah, so this dude had that strike against him. He was short, and he was fat. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. And you know what? It's not even that I'm not into bigger dudes, because I turn down skinny guys. I don't do skinny dudes. I don't like guys who are thinner than me, who weigh less than me, who are smaller than me. I don't want to date anyone smaller than me. It's just a preference. Sorry. So this guy was like, so I was straight up with this guy. I was like, sorry, not interested. And he was like, you're judging me. You don't know me. You need to get to know my personality. And I'm just like, no, I don't. He was like, what if we meet in person just as friends? And I'm like, and what? Like, I could probably sit there and be friends with you. I'd be like, hey, it's cool, we're friends now. But then he would still be interested in me, and it would be awkward. So I was like, what would happen if we met up, and you just liked me more, and I still wasn't interested? And he's like, well, I mean, what if it was just the opposite? What if you actually liked me, and I didn't like you? And I'm just like, first of all, who wouldn't like me? Just kidding. No, but it's like, sorry. I mean, like, I've done this enough. I've done this online dating thing. This online, meet the dude off a website and meet him in person to be able to judge. I could write a book on this shit. No joke. I've been doing this since I was 15. I get this. If you send me pictures, and I ask for a lot of pictures. I want your face, I want your upper body, I want to look at different angles, you know. It's like, I have an idea of what you look like, and you're giving me, like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do? Anyway, so if I'm not interested, if a girl is not interested in you, and she says straight up, sorry, not interested, just drop it. Just go on, just be like, alright, well, thanks for talking to me, whatever, and then just leave. No, but this guy had to keep going on, just like, why aren't you interested? I want to know, what kind of guys are you into? What is it about me that isn't right? And I'm just like, you are a nice guy. There is nothing wrong with you. You have a cute face, you know? It's like, I just have certain preferences. And then it became like this, and then, and this was another huge turnoff. Like, do not go on about how unfair life is for you and finding dates and how you would think that I should relate with you because I'm trans. And it's just like, are you looking for a pity date? I'm not going to give anyone pity dates. That's just about, like, I wouldn't want a pity date. I would not want anyone to date me and be like, you know, I feel really bad for you being trans, you know, so I'm gonna take you on a date. I'm not really into you, but I'll take you on a date. Like, no. And I kept wanting this guy to leave. I didn't want to leave on him because I usually do that when I'm not interested in someone, and I know it pisses a lot of people off, and he was nice. So I was like, I gotta go, you know, hint, hint. And he was like, oh, yeah, whatever. And then I was just like, no. And no. And you know what? I've been nice. I was upfront with you. You asked me to tell you why I wasn't interested in you, and I tried to reason with you and be like, there is no reason I need to go into detail as to why I'm not into you. But he did, and so I did, because he asked. And then I became a bitch. Because I turned him down for physical reasons. Sorry, I don't know. Can anyone else even relate on this? Like, I don't know. If you're not attracted to someone, like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, obviously, I'm going to try to my best to get to know them so that I can fall in love with them and look past the parts of them I'm not attracted to. But it's, like, it's Craigslist. It's Craigslist. Okay? It is online dating. Like, if you're a fucking complete stranger to me, if this was on the streets, for example, if we were walking down the street and you weren't someone you weren't cute, I probably wouldn't give you any notice at all. I probably wouldn't, like, look at you. I wouldn't be like, hey, what's up? No, there would be none of that. No. So it's the same thing online. I look at you, not interested. And they're gonna be like, my personality. And I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, I hate guys who get butt hurt because they get turned down. Also, I know I complain a lot about being single. And I know someone's going to be like, for being so single and upset about it, you sure do seem picky about the guys you're with. And it's not even like that. I like guys who are about my height or taller. So we're talking about 5'10" to taller. And you know what? I go for 5'9" and sometimes even 5'8". But yeah, we're going within that height range. I like guys who are, get this, either of average build to, like, a stockier build, like husky. Like, and I'm not into flabby fat. Sorry, not. I prefer if dudes, you know, like football players who, like, have, like, muscle on them, but they're not, like, ripped necessarily. Like, I go for that. I don't go for ripped. I'm not crazy about ripped either. So it's not like I'm asking for some golden-haired Adonis boy. No, I just want, you know, like a man's man. Just like, you know, maybe 6'2". Okay, here's my ideal. You want to know my ideal? 6'2", lots of body hair. Love me some chest hair and a beard, right? Nice and stocky. Like, maybe he works out, but more than likely he just, like, lifts a lot of shit throughout his day from his work or whatever. And I don't know. And he's cute. Like, and you know what? I don't even like 6-packs. No. I like a little bit of a gut on a dude. It's, like, what I'm into. So, my ideal type is not anything that people would consider ideal. It's not unattainable. It's, like, completely out there. There are lots of guys out there who I'd go for. So, I don't know why I made a 15-minute video about this. I was just really pissed, and I am not a bitch for turning you down, and girls are not a bitch for turning you down unless they were bitchy about it. I'm not bitchy about it. I'm upfront. I'm like, hey, just being honest, not interested, sorry. And then suddenly it's like, wah, wah, butt hurt, and you're a mean person, and you're judging me because I'm fat. You know what? Like, whatever, fatty. Oh, and then he had the audacity, after being super nice to me or whatever, was like, oh, so you're gonna judge me? This coming from a chick with a penis? This coming from, you know what, you're basically a man with tits. And I'm like, whatever, fatty, you're a man with tits. And then I was a bitch. And then I was a bitch. Okay, at the end of it, I was a bitch. I'll give you that much. Whatever. I hate everything.